Hello citizens, today I want to be bringing you how to do a 890 jump mission. This is typically located around Art Court or Microtech. Currently the server FPS is pretty much near 30, and I'm just going to be walking you through what that combat could actually look like, but then also what to expect from 890 jump mission. So as I just quantum jump to the location, as you get closer to the 890, you will encounter at least just two fighters. They can range from the Buccaneer, Cutlass, to a Freelancer. I've seen Sabers as well. But typically, I actually like to do these to test out new ship loadouts. Right now, I'm just in a Connie. I know it's going to take them out pretty easily. But if you have a light fighter or medium fighter that you want to test out a loadout, these are typically great to test out. Alright, the Connie is rocking 4 gimbal size 4 repeaters. I'm not sure what was going on with that. I don't know if I was just flying that far out, or I wasn't really paying attention when I had originally recorded this video. I'm currently using 2 dual T16000s. I also have a Tobii eye tracker and a QK80 keyboard. I think at the time of recording I had a QK65, which is a query key. My flying's going to be a little sloppy just because I'm like, I've got a size 3 shield, I'll be fine. Here we have a Buccaneer, shields are down. Alright, after you destroy those 2, no other one should spawn. There's been very few occasions where I've seen a third. That third one typically is flown in from outside of the 890, and typically Blackjack Security is chasing it. So it's just sometimes just a random spawn. But that's extremely rare. 99% of the time it'll only be these 2 fighters. One recommendation if you are a beginner, you start seeing 10 kilometers or 10,000 meters, go ahead and start braking. A lot of people like to overshoot this, and if you are not, that experience of a pilot, you'll do what I did, or pretty much everyone else, and you'll probably run into the actual 890 because you don't know how big it is. Typically there's been 2 different areas to enter. Technically there's 3 to get inside the 890. Typically I find the back docking collars. There is an elevator on the bottom that looks like you can walk through it, or EVA through it, but you cannot. Lately, if you look to the right, you can see that the hangar has started to open in this last hotfix for whatever reason. But typically, I just go on the docking collars. Now, if you notice by the mission objective, we have a Halt data transmission. You'll always have 4 minutes to try to find the data pad that's in the wall. Typically, I have a pretty good run through of checking which rooms, which areas, and if the server's going pretty well, you'll have friendlies on board also taking down the enemies, which is why you'll see 16 of 20. Some of the places you can find the Halt data transmission are in the 2 bedrooms on the bottom, 2 places in the bar, or at least 1 place in the bar, bedrooms up top, and you'll see me run through there. The bridge itself. Alright, remember I'm on a 30 FPS server, so these guys can see me. I'm immediately checking this wall here, running back to the other side. Alright, nothing there. Cool, now I gotta move up, because I know the Halt data is not going to be by the pool area down below. Whatever tactics of you, of how you want to take these guys down is completely up to you. I typically like to go back and forth, especially on a higher server FPS. One thing I just found out about, I think it's with the Custodian, this scope of the Custodian, it actually shoots in the top right of the reticle. And I was testing it out on this one. I don't know how he shot me, but keep in mind, as I just used a med pin, my player immediately put it back into his inventory. So the next time that you see me use it, you're going to see that it doesn't work, and that's because I just stowed an empty med pin. You want to get in the habit of dropping that, so you won't run into what I actually run into a little bit later. Alright, he's behind the wall, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the bar because I'm running out of time. So now, actually I'm going to check his bedroom first. So, it's not on the wall there, I'm going to run straight across. Nope, nothing there. So I'm going to go into the bar, checking my back. I could have ran straight, but I typically just like to have a different angle of approach. Checking right. There's typically 3 guys in here, but I think 2 of them came out earlier. On that back side of that wall, or next to that table, is typically where the last one is, next to that white logo. So the last place in this area I'm going to check is going to be the bridge itself, right in front of the pilot seat. Yep, this is where the med pin's not working. Under 50% health, so I start to bleed. That wasn't working, I didn't know what was going on until after the fact. Alright, I got 8 seconds left. Boom, there it is. You're gonna have to hold abort and then hit abort again. Halt data transmission stopped with 1 second to go. That's an extra 5k, so the total amount after completing this mission is the easy 50k. These urgent boarding and actions are, I don't know if they're time-based or if they are just queued up from other players. Typically, when you log in, you're going to get an urgent boarding and action if you're at Microtech or if you're at ArtCore. I don't believe Hurston or Crusader has these missions, but that mission would typically be there, so as soon as you log in, you can do call to arms, and then you can do urgent boarding and action. I typically like to do this, which will be a second video, is to get this for 50k, and then go into my level 4 bunker in ArtCore, and get about 60k or 75k bunker. That way, in the next 20 minutes, I've just made 100k. Typically, I go left to clear out this area. The reason why I'm checking this door down here is because there's always, well, there has been a guy standing there the last couple of times. 5 people left. Left. switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading. Alright, I saw that med pen wasn't working. Try to switch to my med gun, that wasn't working for whatever reason, so I had to go back to my med gun twice. So that's a little workaround if you ever run into that. Got one enemy left. Just check my back and I'll tell you why in a second. That disappeared, threw me off. Alright, cool, completed. So one of the reasons why I check my back is because on this mission I have seen where it says 3 people left and I've killed 5 and that number doesn't go down. So it's very possible that that could be a bug, so I just kind of check my surroundings, just kind of keeping my eyes and ears open. But after that, as you see, awarded 50k. You can now loot to your heart content. Most people just tractor beam the bodies out. Sometimes if I just want certain weapons, I would just put them inside of the 890 ship, and then once I get close to the end, I would just pull them out of the ship. One other thing before you leave, don't forget that there's a med bed down the hallway. You can heal yourself before you head out. And if you haven't used the med bed before, this is how you'll do it. You'll lay down, you'll actually find the injury underneath treatments on the top left tab. You'll click on it, make sure you're checked, and then have it heal you. There is actually an option on this 890 to set your spawn here, but I never tried it. Don't want to break the game. That's a friendly over there, but if let's say your ship gets destroyed, you can actually take that 300i to get out. And then I just EVA back to my ship. And that is it. Thank you for watching, and I will be posting another video of the defense site mission bunker. That's at least 60k, sometimes 75k. And I'll see you guys next time.